Is physical retail dying? I don't think so. I think with times it is evolving. It is changing, and changing with time is very necessary for any business, right? In whatever we do, the physical stores are adopting more the online world and the physical world, and giving that experience to the customers, where customers really want to come and have that social experience in those stores, have that tactile feeling of being able to touch product, try. So no, it's far from dying. Far from dying, I think.
Before I continue on this, the consumer lens, I just wanted to tell on a little lighter way. COVID was a wake up call, and this made consumers into three segments, according to me. And earlier, it was all a little hazy version of who is a consumer. I would call these: the first one is a lazy shopper, second one is a nosy shopper, and the third one is a crazy shopper. Earlier, at least I was all three actually. Probably I'm trying to figure out who I am. A lazy shopper has figured out all I want is this product. Give me convenience, probably a high level value. The nosy shopper, the value variety focus has been there. So he or she is able to figure that out. And the crazy shopper, who also probably used COVID as a philosophical way, is looking at the aspiration, okay, life is like this and all. Personalization has happened into play, and hence physical retail is relevant ever so, more so ever, I would say.
The two countries we are now representing here in Australia and India, both have, I think, about 10% of the retail is online. The rest, 90%, is still offline. So I think that figure itself, says a lot as to, what this means. So it's basically just a perception. I think the perception happened only because of the COVID, as everyone mentioned. There's a lot of surge which happened in the online shopping, and people started using it because there was nothing else really to do. But as you rightly said, Saravana, it was a wake-up call. So we actually saw that happening. Even prior to COVID, a lot of retailers were trying to figure out, how do we keep ourselves relevant, over the next years, few years, because most of these retailers are legacy players. They have been there for a long time, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. So they have kind of exhausted their mechanisms of luring the customer to sell, to kind of make it attractive. So they were trying to figure it out, and COVID perhaps was like a accelerator in that process. And we saw how people wanted things now, and it happened. I think with Kmart, it just happened at the right time. A lot of things happened at the right time. That's when we kind of made an entry, and it happened with Future Group as well when we did it. So I think offline retail is definitely not dying, but it is it's thriving, of course, but it is also reinventing itself. It's trying to see what more can be done, how can we reach the customers.